So, I think the game will be fine. That being said, realistically, do you think? Okay, if I was again Andrew Wilson and I need to make a decision, can't delay it because the budget is already bloated as fuck.
You're in too deep.
Yeah, we need something. If I'm Andrew Wilson and I need to make a decision, I'm the smart Andrew Wilson, I would do this. Don't sell this game at $70. They said they're not gonna charge $80 already, so that's good. Okay.
Thank God.
Yeah, they're gonna. Okay, so let's say $60, right? Instead of doing a typical release, like, hey, new Battlefield is coming out later this year or March, whatever. $70. Multiplayer is out straight away. You're gonna get your single player later, right? I don't think that's the right way to do it. Because it's honestly you need the single player before the multiplayer is out. Because realistically,
you have to establish your world. You have to establish the stakes.
That and also no one will play it. That's one thing. No one's gonna play it. No one will care. So the main
reason is because if the multiplayer is fucked up, people still gotta have something to do, and that's what single player. That's another reason why single player is important. If your multiplayer launches and it's fucked up, then you still there's still a single player campaign. There's still something to do.
Yeah. So the way I see it, so you can't do $70 release date this year or next year. So that way I would do it. Separate the multiplayer as a separate product. So if you want to do it, if you really need the cash really badly, really badly, release just the multiplayer for $30-$40 at the end of the year or March, whatever the case may be. Just multiplayer. That's it. Just multiplayer. No single player, no nothing. Just multiplayer. All right. We're establishing the player base. We get some money back. We have something to work with. It's not a complete disaster, but we can work from here. Okay. What's the attention we generate? Well, how many players we got right now? Okay, cool. Release your battle passes, release your Battlefield Pro subscriptions, whatever, so on. Announce, hey, Battle Royale is coming later. Free to play in, 6 months, right? In March. Cool. All right, so we have some sort of foundation. Then, in that meantime, finish your single player, and you will not make a lot of money from it, but sell it for $15, your single player. In 6 months later, or 8 months later, whenever, right? Finish your single player late. Sure, sell it separately for $15-$20, because they want to build a platform for this franchise. They want Battlefield to be a platform for future games. They want they want this to be a long thing, a long thing. So that's why you have your Battlefield Pro subscription coming and everything, because it basically indicates, yeah, we want to keep this game alive as long as possible. Sure, release your multiplayer separately, $40-$50. Battle Royale later, of course, because I'm not expecting Battle Royale to be on launch day under no circumstances. That's not happening. Release 6 months later, whatever. Then single player, release it whenever it feels finished. Maybe during that time, maybe change some things to make it a bit more replayable, whatever. Maybe make it co-op, whatever the case may be. Doesn't matter. Release it later. Sell it for $15-$10. You will not sell gangbusters. But hey, include some rewards for playing the single player. Get some skins, get some guns, or whatever the case may be. As long as it's not pay to win, but something to justify the purchase. That you're not just playing a simple single player game. You're getting something out of it that you can carry forward to your multiplayer, your battle royales, whatever the case may be. And maybe down the line, listen, if it's good enough, maybe we can make a DLC for the single player. Maybe. And another $5, another $10, or whatever the case may be. Do that, it's not gonna sell gangbusters, yeah, but you're getting some money out of it.
I agree with that. The only problem being is like we've said, is like you've bulleted every single time that you've put the idea out there. It's not gonna sell gangbusters. And there's, again, where the corporate side is going to step in and go, well, the amount of invested versus return isn't worth it. The multiplayer is worth more than the money. So, again, look at GTA. This is the funniest fucking thing, and I'll even point this out because I just now realized this too. You know the sole form of DLC content that fucking game got, okay, as far as story content went? Because it really should have had some story content DLC, because those characters were interesting, and depending upon the ending that you picked, things, anyway. That story DLC came through Grand Theft Auto Online in a hilariously, slightly pathetic way. And I don't like it. I don't want that. I like the idea. I really do. But again, I see where corporate is going to step in and put the fucking brakes on it or fuck it up. I don't think we would, because what they would do is go, well, if they want story DLC, then we can integrate that into Rush or Breakthrough mode easily. Just a couple of 5-6 second cutscenes in order to just kind of kick the lore can down the road a little bit more, and it'll be enough for them. Because that's exactly what GTA Online did. That's exactly what they fucking did. There was just little bitty hints and bits of Trevor and Franklin so far. They've yet to do anything tied with Michael as far as I can tell. But yeah, that's exactly how they're going about it. And I don't think that would be good for Battlefield. I don't think that would work.
I don't know. It's like, because
I want it to. It would be great,
I mean,
I would want a single player to release later down the line and have good storyline for it. I want that, but I just don't see it happening.
I would love to have, I would love to have a single player. Like I said, but back a year or something ago, I said, like, listen, I was looking forward to this because Marcus Leto was interacting with the community. He was getting feedback. Hey, what do you like to see in a single player? Oh, what kind of single player you like to see? What kind of characters you would like to see? And all that kind of stuff, right? He was getting all that feedback, and I was low-key getting excited. Like, listen, oh, wow, we're going to have something really amazing. Like cooking,
there's
right?
some world building being done here.
Yeah,
there's
cooking,
some interest
right?
in doing this shit.
But that got scrapped, cancelled, so we're not getting that, unfortunately. So now we go plan B, plan C, plan D, whatever point we have right now. There's also another option, maybe.
We're on plan S. Sell.
Yeah. Good one. So there's also, could you scrap maybe the single player? Maybe.
I mean, I don't.
Just to save face.
What to what end other than just saving money? Because again, maybe this is me just getting old too. I need a reason why I should care about shooting things in your digital world. I can't just shoot shit for the sake of shooting shit like some of the youngins do these days. I can't just do things for the sheer spite of doing things or whatever fucking reason kids have these days. I can't do it. Why do you want me to play in your playground? For me, single player has always been the establishing pitch for that. Why did I want to play in Battlefield 4's playground so much? Well, because Battlefield 4 campaign was pretty fucking fun. Same thing with Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3 campaign was pretty fucking fun. Battlefield 1 campaign was alright. It gave me enough of a reason to give a shit about playing about the multiplayer because the multiplayer tied to the single player so fucking tightly. And I liked that. Yeah, I didn't like the setting. I didn't like, I liked how the food was put together. I didn't necessarily like the flavors. I liked the ideas. I wanted that to continue with Battlefield 5, and it never fucking happened. Battlefield 5 is where this whorish fucking, this stupid fucking mentality started coming from, where we don't need to establish why the characters look the way they do in this alternative historical universe, where it should have been blatantly fucking obvious that was important. Why? Tell me why things are the way they are. What made this universe so fucking alternate? Give me reasons to fucking care. Battlefield 4 did that, okay? And and here's what's funny. I said I really didn't want storyline expansion and continuation done with multiplayer in in like fucking DLCs and shit. But the irony of me saying that is Battlefield 4 did just that, but they did it in a way where you as the player filled in the gaps yourself. Final Stand. The last bit of DLC they made for that fucking game. It did it. Every map still tied into the single player in some capacity, way, shape, or fucking form. If you sit and you think about it. It wasn't blatantly laid out to you.
Every trailer they released for the DLC back in Battlefield 4 had a story.
Yep.
After
and it was done right. Do that again. Do that. That worked.
So maybe scrap the single player, but reuse the the storytelling bits and everything you have so far remake them into live service somehow, you know, make sure the trailers and everything is connected to that universe somehow, right? If we're not gonna have a single player, if we have to like scrap it, sad, sure, but honestly, first impressions matter a lot, especially for this game. This game has to. We've been saying for the last 2 years.
It's not just that. It's the first impressions and the lasting impressions. Because I'll point at Call of Duty once again and say, man, the reason why we got Beavis and Butthead skins is because they don't know how to expand their own lore anymore. They don't know how to be creative with it anymore.
They
have no fucking identity. So it doesn't make any goddamn sense to me, therefore I don't care about COD anymore.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah, the lore of Warzone or whatever, that's gone whatsoever. Like, even single
shoot things in my sandbox. But why, though? Why? Just for the sheer sake of shooting things? There's plenty of other shit out there where I can go shoot things.
Yeah, even COD single players these days, unless, for me personally, unless it's a Modern Warfare game and the single player is a continuation of the characters, I don't care. I really don't care. I really don't. Just simple as that. I really don't care about Black Ops characters.
But then again, at the end of the day, it never really mattered with any other sideline COD title. It only ever mattered with Modern Warfare, and that's why Modern Warfare was so damn successful. You gave people a reason to give a shit about playing in your sandbox. Battlefield needs to go back to doing that. I don't care about 2042 because 2042 doesn't really have a fucking split single player to it. There's no story there. I don't care. Why would I want to care? Give me a reason. You can go shoot people. Again, I can shoot people in other games.
Yeah. Even the background explanation does anyway. But 2042 is a different story entirely, so it does make sense.